Hi, in our second video we're going to discuss chainring options for the Raceface Next SL Crank set that we done in the first video. And to start off with, this is Raceface's direct fit spider. With this you can use any proprietary 104mm chain circle diameter rings. What that actually means is you can use any ring like that, put the spider on, bolt it through, and we'll show you what that looks like in a minute. The advantage with this system is, like I say, anybody who produces 104mm diameter ring will fit on this spider. We'll show you some other options in a minute. This is the spider and the chain ring mocked up. We didn't think that is important for you to see someone just putting a couple of bolts in. That's pretty self-explanatory. But what I will say is there's only one way that this ring can be fitted, and on the back side of the ring there is a small groove, and the bolt fits inside that and fits flush. So as long as you make sure you fit the ring the right way round, everything will be fine. The other option you've got with these cranks is what they call a direct fit chain ring. Now obviously this has no spider whatsoever. The advantage of this is, we'll weigh these in a minute, but this is significantly lighter than this system. However, once the teeth wear on this is absolutely useless, whereas with this system you can go and buy another ring, fit it, and you're done. Another thing to bear in mind is this is actually a black spire ring and not a Raceface one. The reason for that is these retail around 30 quid. The Raceface one is mid to high 40s. And these 104 chain rings, you can pick them up on a deal for mid 20s. Obviously if cost is a consideration, this is a good option. The actual spider itself retails for about £36–37, and you obviously have got to take that into account. And the chainring bolts, you can pick them up from various sources, and you can pay anything from £5 to £15 for a set of chainring bolts. There are a couple of different size chainring bolts available, depending on whether you're using a single ring or whether you've got 2 or 3 ring system. These are obviously for a single ring, and they are slightly smaller in length than the other style. Make sure you get the right bolts. We've just weighed these two options up, and this one is exactly 30 grams lighter than this one. Doesn't sound a lot until you take into account that all unsprung weight you save will certainly, your legs will thank you for it. There is a third option to consider. We haven't got one to show you because that's another 50 quid, and that is actually an oval chain ring. The science behind them is quite complex, and it's not something I'm sure personally I want to use, so I haven't bothered buying one. But I just thought I'd let you know there is a third option out there. Before we actually get to fitting the chain rings, while we've got them all in pieces, we're going to swap the stickers over for these ones that were made for us by Silk Graphics. The ones that come with the cranks aren't bad, but I want everything to colour match on my bike, and these stickers are made of a more heavyweight vinyl, so they're less prone to wear marks when you pedal. And they are slightly larger, as you can see, so they will cover more of the crankface, and as these are hollow carbon, I want to protect as much of these as possible, so we'll do that next. That's fairly straightforward. What we're going to do is gently heat up the stickers with a heat gun, peel them off, and if they come off in one piece, which I hope they will, I'm going to save these just in case I do want to put the cranks back to standard, and then we'll fit these ones up, and then we'll come back and we'll show you exactly how to fit a direct mount chainring. As you can see, we've now fitted our crank arm sticker / protectors. Just a note, this is the first time I've done this, and the vinyl was considerably thicker than even I'd anticipated, and it does take a little bit of work and manoeuvring to get these on air, A, without any bubbles, and B, to get them on air straight. But we're done now, and I'm really happy with the result. So what we're going to do now is show you how to fit a chain ring, and that'll be in the next bit. Right, to fit the chain ring up, this is the drive side arm, and you have a lock ring in here, and you need this tool, which is a Shimano Octolink or ISIS internal bottom bracket removal tool. You need to get the proper thing for this, because this is soft aluminium and that will chew up if you try and use a cheap bottom bracket tool or one with the wrong standards on. This inserts into here and just screws out like so. Your chain ring goes on, and there's one important thing to note. There's a hole here, and this hole has to be in the centre of the crank arm. So when you fit it up, and this is quite a tight fit, the hole should be in the centre line of the crank at the bottom. Once you've fitted it up, you just get your tool, oops, screw this back in place, and you torque this up to 40 Newton meters. We shall do that in a minute, but basically once you've done that, your chain ring is fitted. We've gone with the direct spider mount for this particular application, and we'll see you in video 3, and I shall fit this all up to the bike, fit the bottom bracket, and hopefully everything will work fine and we'll go for a ride. Thank you.